Namaste, I'm Dr. Kiran, and today, as a part of my YouTube channel, Teleconsult Doctor, I would like to speak to you about a very important topic. How protected are the doctors? How protected are doctors? I am a doctor, and I have many other doctors globally. All have the same feeling of being unprotected, unheard, unsupported, without any backup. Right from the day a baby has become naughty, we often hear the Indian side of parenting. Boochi, he will take you, devil will take you, one, to create fear so that the baby eats the ice cream or the tablet. Otherwise, I will take you to a doctor, he will give you injection. So that's just on the lighter side. And what I have seen is many real stories in my own life, in many other doctors' lives. Fear is the key. Why? Yeah, I know every profession has its the good people and the swaying people. SWAYING. Swaying. They're not so on the path of a good professional doctor. Leave such kind of characters because we have them in politicians, police, everywhere, scientists, everywhere. Some people sell their soul, but not all. Yesterday evening, I was sitting with my colleague and he was saying
on video call,
Kiran, it was such a horrible experience when I felt so ashamed of my profession that I couldn't raise my voice. I'm an honorable doctor, but I couldn't raise my voice. I said, what happened? Kiran, like you, I'm an orthopedic surgeon. I was examining my patient. There is a wall, okay? Just by the side of the examination table, and the other side there is an ultrasound room. I said, what happened? I don't know, some female voice started shouting loudly, you are doctor, why won't you do? So in such a big decibel, Kiran, that my patient got agitated, I too got agitated, and he went on to say, Kiran, I have 2 stents in my heart. I have 2 stents in my heart and I am using so many medications. I always go to bed and also wake up from bed thinking, what will happen to me in the next moment? Because I know I'm a heart patient. I cannot take the trembling anymore, Kiran. People don't understand. And when they were shouting on the other side to my colleague radiologist, who I know to be a very gentle lady, very knowledgeable lady and very good human being. It was not her fault. That patient came late and wants the ultrasound done immediately. See, in our world, we know everywhere it's all insurance based. They have to be approved. But then the doctor also has timings. So they have to rearrange because she came late and she was shouting and she was threatening everybody around, going into the corridors, shouting loudly. And I felt like I was going to faint. Then I asked him, Shekhar, so what did you do? Then Shekhar said, I wanted to go and make them answer me why she was shouting, because she was affecting my patient and my composure. Then I said, did you go? He said, no. I can't go, no. It doesn't. There'll be so many patients out there. We don't know what else she will shout. So I just kept quiet, but I was more worried about the other side, my radiologist. I was more worried about her. So I said, Shekhar, then what did you do? I went into that ultrasound room. She was still shouting. When they saw me, they became silent. But I could see the fear and my radiologist in a way of tremble. Because we as doctors, we are not used to shouting. We are gentle, we are hardworking. We dedicate our lives, almost 20 years of life to become what we are. This patients don't understand. They think in a bucket list they make groceries, ice cream, pay the telephone bill, and last maybe it will be the hospital appointment, which is their priority. They come and start shouting because they have a next appointment, maybe a suddenly planned movie. They should not forget that a hospital visit is almost a half-day work, because tests may be written, they have to come back and show the reports, or something else, delays will be there. There will be emergencies coming from the urgent units. So naturally, even if they have an appointment, we have to see those emergencies first. They don't understand. They keep on shouting and spoiling our total mood for the rest of the day. Then I said, so what was the course of this incident? No, the management sent the persons to solve the problem, but I couldn't sleep or afterwards. It disturbed me, Kiran. When I heard this, when I went home, I was recalling what Shekhar was saying, Dr. Shekhar, and I felt, yes, how is it that a doctor always has to absorb all these kind of abusive behavior by patients? Even in India, we see people thrashing young house surgeons, young junior doctors, banging their heads onto beds. Sometimes we have seen in Calcutta, we have seen in other places, how people have caused brain damage, skull fractures. Some people have also died. Doctors have died. During COVID, we have seen it's a virus. How can anybody get such a pandemic? How can we assure a life expectancy? And when there's a continuous flow like a river, patients are coming. How can we? It's not our responsibility. Responsibility is with the management, with the governments, to ensure a smooth flow, discipline, and the doctor must be protected. Most of the instances, I will tell you one example. When I was working in one place at one point of time, I wrote tablet celecoxib. How many days? I never give beyond 6 to 7 days. And I also tell my patients, do not use it after 4-5 days. You just SMS me. If your pain is more, only you take it. That patient complained to the management after 3 months. And the management called me and wanted me to sit before an inquiry committee. Celecoxib. I said, what happened? No, you gave my tablets, Kiran, Dr. Kiran. It caused erectile dysfunction. He couldn't do his sexual functions properly. And he's complaining. I said, sir, just see the literature. Celecoxib does not cause erectile dysfunction. 1. And how many days did I give? 7 days. Did you inquire? No. Then I said, why didn't you inquire? Did he consult a urologist for his sexual problems? No. Please refer him. Why do you embarrass me before everybody, insult me before a group of doctors, other doctors? They will also write some medicines and some problems. So these kind of unprotected state we doctors are in. And finally, he came to me. And I was just asking him everything. And I told him what exactly happened. Then he was sober and see, when we give too much love and real genuine affection, the truth will come out mostly. He said, doctor, I went to my wife and when I failed. So I said, who told you? My wife told me. See, his wife. Then I asked him, is your wife a pharmacist or a doctor? No, sir, she didn't read even 7th standard. Fantastic. So he comes back and puts a complaint on the opinion which was given by an uneducated wife of his. See the fate of doctors. For which I had to give a written 4-page reply to the various questions to the management. It frustrates doctors. Fake and false complaints by patients must be taken seriously. Otherwise, more people will not come into this profession and more people will discontinue this profession. And maybe you have to see the abusive legal suits on doctors. They are very high globally. It's not only one part of the world. No, everywhere. Even the courts sometimes think that in one case, a doctor must lose his total lifetime savings. Is this fair? And so many opinions worldwide. For one procedure, there can be 100 alternatives. So I may be doing one procedure, you may be doing another procedure. So when my case comes for an opinion to you and another surgeon, he will say, no, this is not to be done. But literature will not lie. When the literature is shown as support, nobody believes. So we are at a stage when the health professionals, not only doctors, nurses also abused very badly in the emergency wards. What is required?
What is code white? What is code white? Code white means violent patient.
I may have a patient who is violent. Anybody, even a physiotherapist, a dentist, anybody has a violent receptionists. They are most abused. When they come, receptionists welcome them. They are talking, but still they can't be very friendly when there is a big rush. They have to see, they have to scan, they have to be very careful with each entry. Any fault, they are answerable. So they will be quite serious, and then that cannot be construed as rudeness by the patients. They go off into the Google reviews and type whatever they want. Not accepted. Everybody must be made answerable, including me, including you, including everybody, including the people who give reviews and including the people who abuse. They can't get away. There are many doctors who face many false allegations. They face around 3 or 4 years of inquiries, investigations. Sometimes the judgment is so adverse to the doctor who is treating the patient. And sometimes, even after producing all the evidence, his voice is not heard. So, I had seen one friend of mine, another orthopedic surgeon, on whom a patient complained. He said, he wrote whatever he wants, and he said, my rights must be upheld. When he showed me and asked my opinion, I saw it and got shocked and got into a thought-provoking question. So, the patient is asking for his rights. What about the doctor's human rights? Is doctor not a human being? He doesn't have human rights? So think it over, my friends. Administrations, governments, legal courts, everywhere. Please, health professionals are very valuable professionals who have sacrificed lives just like the soldiers are. Don't undo a soldier, don't undo a doctor. The loss will be for the society, and the bucket list, if the hospital visit and the doctor's visit is placed at the last, it will be a very costly mistake. Answerability of a patient to complaints. Don't let the patient go. I know of a friend of mine who was complained against. The inquiry took 5 to 6 years, and then finally they said there's no case, finished, the case is withdrawn. Very good. So what does it mean? The doctor is innocent. So what should be done? The patient who was falsifying and also behaving like a malingerer without any back pain after surgery, this was how he was projecting, but he was caught. When he was caught, why was he not jailed? Why was he not put a big fine on? Why was he not sent away from the job? Why it happens to a doctor, he has to face all this. God bless the world where doctors are discriminated and offended, humiliated, disrespected and biased against. One-sided inquiries, because everybody think doctor will not raise. Doctor cannot take a stand. No, we will take a stand. In the future, you all will suffer if doctors say we will not treat.